She got her own house. She got her own house. She got her own house.
Hey family, welcome back to my channel. So it is tax day. So let's talk about it. So yesterday was tax day, April the 18th. Obviously, we all know if you pay taxes that tax day is always April the 15th unless it falls on a holiday or a weekend. And this year it fell on a Saturday, and I believe last year it actually fell on Good Friday. So this is the second year in a row that we've gotten an extension, maybe even the third year that we've gotten an extension because of the pandemic in 2020. I believe they extended the tax deadline. Yesterday was tax day. It was not Monday because Monday was actually a holiday that is recognized in Washington, D.C. called Emancipation Day. So that meant that yesterday was tax day. So I hope that everyone has gotten their taxes filed or at least requested an extension from the IRS. Now, if you have been with the NACA program for a little bit of time now, you know that you are required to have 2 years worth of tax returns, 2 years worth of W-2s, and 2 years worth of transcripts. Now, depending on your situation, you may need to have multiple different types of transcripts. I will get into that a little bit later on in this video, but just know that you need to go ahead and be requesting your transcripts from the IRS because that is going to be a requirement from NACA to always keep that current. You may already have 2 years uploaded, but you need the most recent year. So however long you are in the NACA program, you're going to have to keep the most 2 recent years of W-2s from all of your jobs and 1099s as well, for all of my people that are contract workers. And also, if you have an LLC or an S Corp, you're going to need your business taxes as well. Go ahead and check out my video that I did a couple months ago talking about that. I'll link it up top if you haven't watched it already. But just know that if you have a business, you're going to have additional requirements as well. In addition to what you're going to have to provide for you as a person, okay? So your 2 years worth of tax returns, your 2 years worth of transcripts, and your 2 years worth of W-2s. The W-2s are to prove your income, and the tax return transcripts are to prove that you actually filed your taxes. So NACA requests those because it's very easy to go through the motions of filing your tax return on something like a TurboTax or any other software and just go and print it out and upload it to your web file without ever having to hit the file button to actually send your tax return to the IRS. So in order to avoid any kind of deceitful, fraudulent kind of stuff going on, then NACA requires you to upload the tax return transcripts as well as they request them too. You'll have to sign, I think it's the 4506 form, so that they can get that information directly from the IRS as well. But speaking of tax return transcripts, let's go ahead and talk about the different types of transcripts that you're going to run into when you request one from the IRS. Okay, the first kind that you need to be concerned with when going through the NACA process is obviously the tax return transcript that I just mentioned, just to prove that you have filed your tax. The second type of transcript is the account transcripts. Now, you will need to upload these in addition to everything else if you owe taxes. This is so that NACA can prove that you have paid your taxes in full, okay? So don't automatically assume that all you need to do is the regular transcripts and W-2s and tax returns. If you do owe taxes, you will need to upload this transcript in addition to that, okay? So do not forget. And lastly, if you amend your tax return, then you will need to provide a record of account transcript, okay? So don't forget to upload all of the transcripts that are relevant to your particular situation. Go ahead and get those from the IRS in advance before your counselor even has to ask for them. Now, this is something that I wanted to pass along to you guys that actually came up on Facebook recently in the Facebook group. Someone actually posted that they owe taxes, so they missed their payment shock because they had to pay the tax bill. Everyone knows that NACA requires you to have your taxes paid in full. They do not, I don't want to say respect extensions, but they do not consider if the IRS has granted you an extension to pay your taxes, then or to file your taxes even, you still must have it done before your web file can proceed forward, okay? So just know that you may have an extension from the IRS, but your web file is going to sit in whatever status that it's in until you provide those updated W-2s, tax returns, and transcripts, and your tax bill is paid in full. But someone posted that they actually missed their payment shock because they had to pay their taxes. And one of the NACA counselors actually jumped down under her post and said, you know, reach out to me privately, okay? So that was encouraging because that meant that it did not automatically disqualify you because you had to pay taxes and you didn't make a month of payment shock, okay? So I'm not sure what happened, what her resolution was, because it was a private offline conversation. The counselor said reach out to me privately, but that was encouraging because that lets me know that they are at least viewing these on a case-by-case basis. So get your LOEs written up if you do owe taxes and you pay those taxes and it causes you to miss a month of payment shock. Hopefully you can just talk to your counselor, submit an LOE, and still be able to proceed, and they won't make you start completely over. So I did want to put that out there in case someone was potentially a little bit discouraged after yesterday filing their taxes, seeing that you owe and knowing that you're going to have to pay this lump sum of money before you're able to move forward with the NACA program, and wondering how that was going to affect the rest of your process. Definitely talk to your counselor about your situation. But that is it, guys. If I forgot anything, I apologize. Super quick video today just as a reminder, but you guys know the drill. Let's jump down in the comments and let's talk about it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and of course subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video because it takes a village. Cheers.